Hello guys, the English Premier League is back, the international break is over and we are rolling again. Welcome to the Isaac Monkey Sports Show. Your weekly predictions are here yet again. It's the game week 4 for you and we have the predictions ready for you. Now let's quickly dive in, but before we do that, please remember to hit the subscribe button, remember to hit the thumbs up button. We need more subscribers and yes, we are ready to roll. Now let's quickly dive into this week's prediction. Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest. We are back at the Emirates Stadium for you. Arsenal lost their game against Liverpool Football Club just before the international break. It was a shocker, but we predicted that from our last episode. Liverpool was actually supposed to win that. It was a sure win for Liverpool Football Club, but now I believe Arsenal is going to get back to winning ways, and I see a 2-1 win for the Arsenal. So it's an Arsenal win for the Mikel Arteta boys. Now let's move on to the next game, which is Bournemouth versus Brighton. Now both of these teams won their last Premier League games. Bournemouth, of course, winning there, and then also Brighton giving us a shocker in Manchester City, in the Manchester City game. So it's going to be quite a tricky game for this one. So I see a draw, a 1-1 draw for both of these teams. Both teams will probably score. So now let's move on to our next game. Everton Football Club versus Aston Villa. It's the Jack Grealish derby. Jack Grealish on fire, firing from all angles. Let's wait and see what happens. He already has 4 assists to his name. David Moyes is already doing wonders, and the boys are already firing at Everton. So it's an Everton win. Everton 1, Aston Villa 0. Let's move on to our next game. It is Fulham versus Leeds United. Now Fulham were unlucky against Chelsea in the last Premier League game. Of course, we saw VAR overruling their goal against Chelsea Football Club. It really beats my understanding that the referee got the correct decision, but then VAR got it wrong. So what is happening in the Premiership? So we need to see some kind of consistency when it comes to judgments, and they're not really getting it right still. So for me, I would still go in for this is going to be tricky. Fulham versus Leeds United, I see it as a 1-1 draw. So give me your feedback. What do you think of this specific game? But I see a draw. What do you think? Let's move on to our next game. So our next game is Newcastle United versus Wolves. Now Newcastle is home. They have lost Alexander Isak to Liverpool Football Club. I know Liverpool fans were really happy at this signing. You can't wait to see Alexander Isak firing for you. And Eddie Howe has lost one of his best players, but then he also made some decent replacement in Visa from Brentford Football Club. And I see Newcastle edging this specific one. So for me, it is going to be a 3-0 victory for Newcastle at the St. James pitch there. So let's wait and see what happens. It's a Newcastle win. Newcastle 3, Wolves 0. Let's move on to our next game. It is the West Ham United versus Tottenham Hotspur. It is a London derby. It is the Mohamed Kudus derby. Of course, Mohamed Kudo having to shift from West Ham to Tottenham Hotspur. So I see the Thomas Frank engine firing there. So let's wait and see what happens. I always like including the engine bit to the Thomas Frank name because he has had a good start to the season so far, and I see him edging this one. 2-1 in favor of Tottenham Hotspur. So it's a Tottenham win for us there. What do you think of this specific game? So let's move on to our next prediction. It is Brentford versus Chelsea Football Club. Now Chelsea have had a quick fire start to the season. Of course, Maresca, sometimes when he's firing, he's unstoppable. So let's wait and see what happens. So in this specific prediction, I'll definitely go in favor of Chelsea Football Club. I don't see Brentford scoring in this specific one. So it is a 2-0 victory for Chelsea Football Club. What do you think, Chelsea fans? Let's go on to our next game. It is Bournemouth versus Liverpool Football Club. Now Liverpool have made some very unique additions to their front line. Alexander Isak, Echitike there. So it is going to be a Liverpool win. So I see Liverpool 3 and Burnley not scoring in this specific game. So it's Liverpool 3 and Burnley 0. So it's a Liverpool win. Let me know what you think of this specific edition. Now let's move on to the next one. It is the Manchester City versus Manchester United. It is the Manchester Derby. So for me, I see Manchester City edging this one 3-1. Pep Guardiola has had a slow start to the season, but I see him winning this one. So let's wait and see. Manchester United fans, I know this might not be this might not be very good news for you, but of course, Manchester City will win this specific edition. So I see Manchester City 3 and Man United 1. You will definitely score a goal. You have some good attacking force in Brian Benu. Cunha, I don't know whether he's back on top form or is he back from his injury. But then I guess Benjamin Sesko should start this specific one. And let Robin Amorim start him, let him play him, and let's see what happens. But Manchester City will definitely edge this one. 3-1 in favor of Manchester City. So we close up our weekly predictions. What do you think? Share your feedback. But before we sign up, please do not forget to like, do not forget to subscribe onto our YouTube channel. These videos will keep rolling. We shall keep sharing more episodes, more analysis for you, and then let us know what you think heading into game week 4. We are signing out. Cheers and see you after game week 4 of the English Premier League. See you and sign out.